The anatomy of a flyer. I've got 5 balls sitting in the rough. I've identified them as flyer lies. We'll unpack what that means. And 5 balls sitting in the fairway. I'm shooting at a green that's 120 yards into about an 8 to 10 mile per hour wind. That 120 yards is now effectively playing 130 to 135. That's my pitching wedge. We're going to hit all 10 of these balls with the same club and try and identify the anatomy of a flyer, what causes it to fly differently, or maybe it doesn't, such that when you're in the rough, you're able to identify what's likely to happen and plan accordingly. Let's do it. Okay, so let's identify a flyer. When you gently place your club behind the ball, when there's just about 1 to 5 blades of grass, they're going to get caught between back edge of ball and club head. That's going to be your flyer lie. What that does is it reduces the friction that the club and the ball experience against one another. It's likely to shoot it up higher with a whole lot less spin and some amount of reduction in ball speed as well. All right, ball 1. Flyer lie, 120, playing 135 to a back right pin. That is in the air a long time. It's taken off, it's super high. Let's see where she comes down. That's no good. It's way over the back of the green. That'll be an interesting one to see why. Did it come off with more or less ball speed, more or less spin? Certainly came off higher. Its apex was way up in the air. It was a moonshot. That was the same. I'm anticipating this pitching wedge going how far? 120, and it went probably 135 actual in the air. That's dead. I'm gonna move these just a little bit so I don't trot on them. We got 2 great examples of what a flyer does. And 3 great examples of what a flyer does. Get down. Oh man. It's no fun hitting great shots and making great swings, making great contact and ending up over the green. And there's 4 in a row. And let's top it all off. That was sitting down a bit more, so that's flying a little bit less, maybe. Nope, she gone. Yeah, back of the green. All right, let's get all that grass off the club face and hit these 5 shots out of the fairway. Remember what I said at the front end? It's a 135-yard club. I've never hit it much further than that unless I was much younger. So for it to go over that green is quite surprising. In fact, it's not when you know what a flyer would do. All right, fairway lies, here we go. That is at the pin, and that's a standard pitching wedge right there. It's a good shot. Get up. Okay, 35 feet short left. Not so much short as it was left on the wind. Let's go clean and dry. Try and hit this one a little closer by aiming to the right. That was just a skosh thin, but it should get up there. Certainly flying like a normal pitching wedge. A little flatter, certainly spinning enough. It's kind of on the front right of the green. Not great shots out of the gate here out of the fairway, but that one's better. That might go in. Get up. Yep, pin high, 8 feet left. Shot 4. Get up a little toad. About 12 feet left of pin. Pin high. Remember we said that pin is 120. That one's also drifting on the wind about 20 feet, 25 feet left. And a little long, the wind laid down just a little bit. So we're going to look at the data in 2 ways. The actual and then the normalized. Because what we want to know is we're playing in actual conditions, right? So it doesn't matter what Trackman tells us should happen in a dome, other than to inform us what stock would be. Let's check it out. Okay, the tail of the tape. So evidently my rangefinder was wrong. It said 120, but the shots that are pin high, 6 and 9 or 10 feet, they were 123 and 126 actual carry distance. So let's unpack what actually happened. So I've got the data non-normalized, which means what the golf ball's doing in the actual conditions. So the golf ball's feeling this 8 to 10 miles an hour of headwind in and off the right. When I was playing out of the fairway, the first ball went 121, second ball 117, third ball 123, fourth ball 126, fifth ball 131. On average, these balls, the swing speed was 86 miles an hour, the ball speed was 106 miles an hour, the spin rate 9,189, and the average carry distance 123 yards, the average launch angle 22. The first 5, the flyer lies. The first ball, 139 over the green. Second, 143 over the green, 144 over the green, 133 over the green, 136 over the green. Right, so we're factoring in now that that pin's 125. Those first 5 balls are in bad places. Why? Swing speed, 85 miles an hour. Ball speed, on average, 102 miles an hour. Spin rates, averaging 3,000 RPM. Launch angles, averaging 29 degrees of launch. So what do we know that flyer to produce? Some reduction in the club head speed the ball feels. That's probably the grass taking some energy away, but that could possibly be a misread. A quite dramatic reduction in spin rate, a small reduction in ball speed, quite a massive increase in launch angle of 7 degrees. So that spin rate's gone down 600 RPM. The launch angle going up 7 degrees is what's producing the movement through the air where that ball is just cutting through whatever wind's there. It's feeling less of the effects of the wind, so to speak, and therefore it's producing much longer carry distances. So in actual conditions, what does that inform from a golf IQ standpoint? It tells me that I should have clubbed down. I should have taken my gap wedge, which is a 120-yard shot out of that flyer lie. I can probably add 8 to 10 on top of that and effectively hit it a little softer, making sure that there's no chance that that shorter club is ever getting longer the green, because longer the green is almost always bad. One last check, when we normalize them, how close was I in terms of knowing my yardages? My pitching wedge, on average, went exactly 135 yards. That flyer lie ball, all 5 of those flyer lie balls, on average went 152 yards. So that flyer lie is good for a 17-yard gain in carry distance. So now you know you can get yourself into deep trouble by not identifying a flyer lie. You should now be equipped with a strategy to understand that long is never good. How do we negate the effects of that? We club down, we swing a bit softer, we take a much more conservative approach. Made more difficult maybe if there's a front bunker, made more difficult maybe if you have to get over a water hazard, but then you probably want to choose a strategy that would make your miss long or left or right. So hopefully this helps you understand and also develop a strategy around knowing how to contend with those flyer lies. Best of luck, and here's to lower scores.